Welcome to the training video for the EV1000 clinical platform with the ClearSight finger cuff. The ClearSight technology non-invasively measures real-time continuous blood pressure and calculates other hemodynamic parameters using a pulse contour method. Proper setup of the ClearSight finger cuff for use with the EV1000 clinical platform requires the following system components: ClearSight finger cuff, available in small, medium, and large sizes, the EV1000 clinical platform monitor and non-invasive components including a pump unit, a pressure controller, and a heart reference sensor, or HRS. The monitor and pump unit can be mounted to either a roll stand or a table stand. Confirm that the power cords are connected to the pump unit and to the monitor. Confirm that an Ethernet cable is in place to ensure communication between the pump unit and the monitor. Once power and communication have been confirmed, retrieve the pressure controller and connect it to the side of the pump unit. The pressure controller cable will only enter the port in one orientation. The groove on the cable should be facing up. Next, wrap the wristband around the patient's wrist with the two click frame guides facing away from the fingers. Attach the pressure controller to the wristband with the finger cuff ports facing the patient's fingers. You will hear a click when the pressure controller is securely connected. Measure the patient's finger girth with the sizing tool to determine the proper size finger cuff to be used. Wrap the sizing tool around the index, middle, or ring finger. The color that lines up with the slit corresponds to the cuff size for that particular patient. Proper placement of the finger cuff is critical to assure accurate readings. To apply the finger cuff, approach the finger from underneath, placing the index, middle, or ring finger in cuff number 1 between both optical components and center the cuff between the two knuckles. Wrap the finger cuff snugly around the contour of the finger, ensuring that the end of the finger cuff lies inside the green zone. The air hose should be positioned underneath the patient's finger. The finger cuff is sufficiently tight when a gentle tug on the cuff does not remove it from the finger. Gently lead the cuff cable between two fingers toward the back of the hand and connect the finger cuff to the pressure controller in the port labeled Cuff 1. The connection enters in only one orientation. Do not force the connector into the port. When the system is properly connected, a green LED illuminates above the port. If the finger cuff is expired, the LED will flash orange and the monitor will display "Finger cuff number 1 has expired, replace cuff" at the bottom of the screen. One cuff will monitor continuously for 8 hours, after which the cuff must be moved to a different finger before monitoring can resume. Alternatively, the system can use two cuffs and alternate between the two every hour for 72 hours. If using two cuffs, repeat these steps on an adjacent finger with cuff number 2. Note that some fingertip discoloration due to venous congestion is expected when using the ClearSight finger cuff. This is not damaging to the patient. The next component to be connected is the HRS. Connect the HRS to its respective port on the pressure controller. When it is properly connected, a green heart illuminates next to the HRS. If the heart is orange, the HRS has either expired and needs to be replaced or is a non-Edwards HRS. Note that this step must be complete before zeroing the HRS. Next, on the EV1000 monitor, enter the patient demographics on the patient data screen. Tap the Home button to confirm. The software will redirect to the zero and waveform screen. To zero the HRS, hold the finger component and the heart component of the HRS at the same vertical level, ensuring that the horizontal lines on each component are aligned. Tap the Align and Zero HRS button. When the system completes the zeroing process, the finger and heart component of the HRS can be connected. Connect the finger component on the tab to the finger cuff. Connect the heart component to the patient at heart level. To do so, the user may either tape it to the patient or use an HRS body pad. To start monitoring, tap the green pump unit Start-Stop icon on either the navigation bar or in the blank arterial waveform display. An arterial waveform will appear at the top of the screen. The system is now measuring continuous, non-invasive blood pressure displayed as a 5-beat average. Other hemodynamic parameters are displayed at a 20-second average. To display continuous blood pressure on a patient monitor, connect the patient monitor adapter cable to the pump unit and patient monitor pressure cable. Connect the pressure cable to the patient monitor. On the 0 and waveform screen, move the pressure output selection to the 0 position. 0 the arterial pressure channel on the patient monitor. Move the pressure output selection to the signal position. Confirm the arterial pressure waveform is displayed on both the patient monitor and the EV1000 clinical platform. To exit the screen, tap the Home button. You can now tap the screen selection icon on the navigation bar and select the trend screen. Tap the arterial waveform icon to display or remove the arterial waveform from the trend screen. When finished monitoring, tap the pump unit Start-Stop icon to stop the monitoring. The monitor will display Monitoring Stopped. Be sure to stop monitoring before removing the cuff. If removed while monitoring, damage to the cuff may occur. The ClearSight system can provide a systemic vascular resistance if a CVP value is provided. To enter a CVP value, tap the Clinical Actions icon on the navigation bar and select Enter CVP. Tap on the gray rectangle and enter a CVP value in millimeters of mercury. Tap the Home button to confirm. The system will automatically start providing systemic vascular resistance. Note that if a CVP value is entered, it must be updated by the clinician as its value changes. At any point throughout the setup, the user can access the system's various help screens. The help screens can be located by tapping the Settings icon on the navigation bar, selecting Help, and selecting ClearSight. The help screens include topics such as alerts and troubleshooting, as well as device setup and monitoring. Help can also be accessed throughout the system on any screen which contains a question mark in the corner. Tapping the question mark brings up additional question marks which navigate the user to the relevant help screen. The EV1000 clinical platform, when used with the ClearSight finger cuff, non-invasively provides continuous blood pressure and other hemodynamic parameters. Experience what you need when you need it with the EV1000 clinical platform from Edwards Lifesciences.